Hey everyone, welcome back for another video talking about PvP. Today I want to show you the build I'm currently running with my Plume Monarch. I am not using the Cheetah mount anymore. Even if I can't beat a player because he is gonna use the Cheetah mount, at least I'm gonna be really helpful in many contents such as this one. Look at that player, for example, 94,000 power, right? He is using the Cheetah mount. I am not, and I was able to kill him almost. Yeah, because it procced the effect of the Cheetah mount. But then the other players coming in that server are gonna be able to beat that guy and to plunder, take that spot. And this is what does matter for that content. Let's just run the fight and see what happened. Then we are going to check the stats of the player and we are going to check in other content how do I perform. So look at that. I'm not controlled anymore because I'm using the panda mount attack, and look at that. 2 seconds before the end I died versus that player. But now this is normal. 94,000 power. I have 78,000. He had no debuff and the result was really nice for that. 279 billion HP. This is crazy. He has almost double my health and crazy other stats here as well. But now what about PvP here? So let's go in challenge, let's buy a few tickets and let's try versus that guy. He has a really tanky build, 271 billion HP, 2300 crit resistance, and 48% combo damage resistance. And I'm pretty sure that he has a lot of damage resistance, 18% before the fight, and during the fight he will have probably more using the mount. I don't know what mount he is using in PvP, but let's check the fight. Normally that kind of fight lasts forever, right? Count the seconds. He's dead. 7 seconds and the fight is over. I have a crazy damage with that build. So let's try versus another player. This is another Plume Monarch, and if we compare the stats, he has a 3000 more power than me. More HP, a bit less attack, we have a different build, but we are both Plume Monarchs. He is using the Cheetah mount, I am not. So let's check the fight to see how it goes. I am not controlled anymore. I start attacking. The countdown, 1 second. He was dead. He was almost dead, but he has a 3000 power more than me. So if you don't have the Cheetah mount, there is a way to try to beat the players using that mount. Let's see versus another player. Of course, this one has way less power than me, but I want to show you what am I talking about. There we go, I'm not controlled anymore. The countdown is here. 1 second. He's dead, and I am still alive. I try to face that Martial Sage. He has way more power than 9,000k more. If we compare the stats, 200 billion HP here, he has a lot of counter strike and a lot of counter damage. So this is not a tanky build. So let's see how does it perform. There we go. Damage immunity on everyone. I can start attacking. I take a lot of counter damage. The result was close. I was almost able to beat him. 9,000 more power. But then, maybe he was using the Cheetah mount. I don't know about that. But 9,000 more power. And I also tried versus that one. Same power as the previous one, but way more HP. This is a tanky build using high HP and high regen. So he has only 5,000 and 10,000 counter multiplier. But let's check the fight. Normally, if you're a Plume Monarch, you are gonna struggle to beat these players, right? So let's check what happened. Start of the fight. No control anymore. And I can start dealing some damage. And look at that. He's not healing enough. I have great damage. And am I gonna be able to beat him? And yes, it worked. So the goal of this build is to focus on your damage first. You don't care about your HP defense or crit resistance or stuff like that. You want to focus on your attack, crit damage, and combo multiplier. Once you have all of these, you want to get the panda attack mount, so you will be immune to control effects. If you don't have that mount, unfortunately that build won't work. There is maybe something else that you can try to use, this one instead, and use the Sunshine Bringer to reduce the duration of controls. But the panda mount is also increasing your attack. Let's check the difference if I was using the Blue Ox versus the same guy. I almost beat him before, but that time I'm gonna attack a bit later than before and have a bit less damage than before, so now I struggle a lot. 2 seconds before the end. So the panda mount is really important here. The avian is really important too. This one is the best one to use to increase your damage by far. And you want to focus on these first: rage bonus, shroom combo. Then you don't care about barrel dodge, but unfortunately I can't have better than that. Instead, no speeding would be better, because 1 second matter a lot. And if you can attack before the end of the Blitz Assault of the opponent thanks to no speeding effect, you will take the advantage and you will beat the opponent. For the souls, as I said before, you don't care about the defensive stats. The goal is to have the same stats increase in attack, global combo, and crit damage. So focus on these 3 here at the top. And you don't care about the basic attack. For the awakening seals, you want to have a bit more attack and then focus on the crit damage. And finally, you want to put some more points in here. Or you can balance these 3 stats. You will have almost the same result at the end. But these 3 stats are the best ones to increase. For the gear, you need to have crit rate and combo on every single piece of gear. Here, this is why I still have an Horus piece of gear, because the 7% crit rate does matter a lot here. I would love to have an Eternal piece of gear here instead of this one, but unfortunately I can't get one. These are the skills and the paths to use. You can't change any single of these. This is the most optimal thing you can use in PvP. I tried a lot of different combinations and I always had the best results with all of these. You don't even need to use the deer pad anymore because you don't care about damage resistance. You want to lower the attack of the opponent, so during the countdown he won't have time to release a lot of attacks. The disarm is super important here, and you want to use that relic with the disarm to increase its duration. So these are the relics I am using. The goal is to maximize your damage first. You don't care about changing the book to have more damage resistance. The attack first. Prayer statue, global combo only. For your talents on the archery, focus on first your combo here and your base attack speed, then unlock Gale Barrage, go on the left, Yellow Branch, upgrade your combo damage and crit damage first one more time, then go on the Fury tab and increase your crit damage here. You don't really care about the other stats here. Then go on the sorcery and upgrade everything on the Yellow Branch. This does matter a lot. The attack increase you will have at the start of the fight will matter a lot to kill the target as fast as you can. Then on the archery, if you have enough feather coins, try to unlock the entire branch on the left. And finally, after that, try to increase your attack everywhere. You don't care about the HP defense. You care only about your damage. For the enchant, go first for 2 sets of crit damage. This is gonna help you to deal just a bit more damage than if you were using only 1 set of crit damage and 2 sets of combo. Combo damage on rune number 4, counter damage resistance on rune number 5, crit damage on rune number 6. And then on the substat, you want to try to get some more global combo damage first, and then try to get maybe some stun or launch rate. Every control will help you a lot. For the back accessory, this one is by far the best one to use for that method. If you don't have it, you are gonna lack some attack speed, but don't worry, if you have the parachute instead, use it. You are gonna have some more attack to start the fight, and you will deal also a lot of damage. If you don't have them, use the Arakar, something like that. You are gonna have some more combo damage, and it's still better than nothing. And then the others are useless here. For the artifact, of course, that bow is the best one to have. You will have the 100% crit rate thanks to that, and so you will never miss a crit. If you are using another artifact, if you are not lucky, if you miss 1 crit, you might die. This is why the bow is a bit above the others in my opinion versus that kind of player using the cheetah mount. Every second counts a lot. Then you have this one, a bit less effective because of the lack of crit rate and the lack of luck you might have during the run. But if you do only crits using that weapon, your damage are gonna be a bit above the bow. If you don't have them, you can use this one instead, or use the Eye of Raven if you want to cast more skills during the run, or use the artifact you have. So we will check the difference if I equip this one and try again versus the same player, just by curiosity. So let's face the same player and let's check the efficiency. No control anymore. I start to deal some damage. 3, 2, 1. It was really close, right? So now let's equip the bow again and retry. There we go. I have the bow equipped now. 3, 2, 1. almost the same. Just by curiosity, let's equip this one and let's check if there is a difference. There we are. Start of the damage. And that time, it was way worse. In fact, on the previous fight, he launched me during the fight, and this is why it didn't work well. So let's retry just to see if it works better when I'm not getting controlled. I have been launched again. So the same thing is gonna happen again. So let's do another try again. There we go. No launch at all that time. 2, almost the same. That was really close. So this is the build I'm currently working on. I have many things to improve on that build. For example, here I can still have the nose speeding instead of barrel dodge, and I will be able to kill the target even earlier. And which means that in fact, the effect of the cheetah mount is gonna be over without taking any damage at all. So this is my goal, I'm currently working on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. If you're curious to know another build beating the cheetah mount, you can check my Dark Lord build right here. Or if you want to see me having some bad luck, you can check that video. Have a nice day guys, see you on the next one, bye bye.